Team 10 taking a percentage of my earnings, like, I want to do something else.
Because they don't want to really work as hard as you need to stay there.
I feel like it's the same for a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's not just specifically Team 10.
It's so hard to have real friends because everybody wants something from you.
I'm shook. Part 5 had to be one of the most intriguing yet frustrating parts of the series. We're left with a lot of questions about former Team 10 members, and I've started to wonder if they really betrayed Jake.
I'd say like everyone who's left is just like has used us.
Yeah. Because they think they can go on and do something better, and then it's like...
I don't think they realize that they like use us, but when these people come into Team 10, I give them everything, like managers, agents, house, food, money, places to live, like fame, cameramen, editors, brand deals, like everything. I give it to them, and then they forget where they came from after a couple months, and they're like, oh, I could do this on my own. Like, why is Team 10 taking a percentage of my earnings? Like, I want to do something else.
Personally, this is the pattern I see.
It's not something that is right for me anymore.
I just want to focus on myself more.
Being an influencer isn't my job. Like, I accidentally became whatever.
The time has come for me to move on and move my career in another direction.
You know, I have my own goals and visions that don't line up with everyone's.
We just disagree on a lot of things, and that's okay. Everyone has their disagreements.
We decided to come home, and that was the best decision. Emotionally, creatively, and mentally.
We had our differences, but most of all, my goals are just going in a different direction than Team 10.
It kind of looks similar to all those why I left BuzzFeed videos.
So the overarching reason why I left BuzzFeed is to have independence.
I became more interested in the idea of becoming an independent creator.
I just wanted to, it was time.
Getting to make videos that I cared about.
But I always thought it could get a little bit deeper, you know what I mean? But the filmmaking process didn't really allow for that there.
Which is basically saying, hey guys, I have no creative freedom and a percentage of what I earn goes to the guy who provides all the resources. Well, duh. That's the trade-off you make when you work with a company. There's only so much you can do and so much decision-making power you have because you're doing what's best for the company. Everything starts to make sense when you think about it logically instead of emotionally. It's easier to start out working with a company because they have all the resources. This lets you pay for expensive things, which make for great videos. If you go into a company with the mindset that you're using their resources, then of course you're gonna leave when given a better job opportunity. I think Jake put this upon himself, and he's playing the pity card saying people betrayed him, when in reality, Team 10 is a business. Or he's really just oblivious to the fact he created a business and not a family, as he calls it.
Best family.
A family. Family. We are family.
If he really cared about each member as a family, he would respect their choice for leaving to pursue their own dreams, and continue to be their friend outside of work. It's another story if they really left and cut ties with Jake. But according to Nick, when he left, Jake was the one who stopped talking to him. Nick kept contacting him and wishing him all the best, because that's what a real friend does.
Has he like excommunicated himself from everybody that's left? What about like that Chance and like, I guess.
So that's how Team 10 unfortunately works, and I don't know how that happened or why the mindset was like that, but if someone leaves Team 10, it's like, well, you don't like us then, because it wasn't like just fully a business. It was, we were a family that lived together and we all loved each other, and if you didn't want to be in that, then you mustn't like us and you must have something against us. And something along those lines is the thought process. When people leave, it's like you're not supposed to talk to them.
If Jake ignores every member who leaves, then I think he's the toxic one and he's the one being overdramatic. Okay, now I know you're probably like, what about the Martinez twins? They lied about Jake. Well, yeah, Jake clearly didn't want anyone to know the pranks were fake. So, obviously the twins would want to play on that narrative. I agree, it was immature. They could have just put out a normal truth video saying they just wanted to have creative freedom. And what about Alyssa Violet? There's something extremely shady about this girl and Jake. I don't think we'll ever fully know the truth because they took it too far. I just think it's so weird how Erica, her best friend, dates Jake after all the he allegedly put Alyssa through. It makes me really suspicious. Like, Erica, shouldn't you be consoling your best friend? Instead, you decide to date the jerk that betrayed her. Seems like we're missing a piece of the puzzle here. This isn't how you treat your best friend, unless that was stage 2. Hopefully, Alyssa tells the truth. I think Jake needs to realize that friendships are more than just what's on camera and in contracts. He needs to learn to accept his failed relationships and know the limits between business and friendships. As Clayton Mask says, if the relationship lacks mutual love and respect, friendship and family conflict will spill over to cause company conflict. So work on great family and friend moments outside of the office. That might mean not filming 24/7 and having real off-camera bonding moments. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Like, we were all legit a family. Like, that's... People that say we're just fake friends and all that kind of stuff, it's not true. Like, I would have done anything for those people.